Everybody, welcome back to Cids Modded Life, Season 3, Episode 43 with me, Cid, and we're back over in the industrial area, as it's going to be named. I'm kind of reluctant to call it the industrial area, because this is the term that's always used in Hermitcraft for an industrial area, and it feels kind of, I don't know, copy-y. However, we're back here, and we have a shed. We also have a cat. I bit the bullet, went and got some fish, and I managed to tame said cat, and he teleported down, and he is now my creeper guard. He's protecting this shed from all things green and creepy. I have, just bear with me, they seem to have a little stutter. Here we go. Yes, cat, I may have to get some kind of sound muffler mod or something for this, other than the one we've got thing, because that gets a little bit annoying after a while. So I've completed the roof. I have put skylight in, and I've gone in down here out and dug a basement, which currently has, well, let's face that, it's not pretty. I can't believe I actually took damage. I really do need to get feather falling on these boots, Now I have got plenty of stone. We can make polished andesite. So if I just do a little bit of that and keep the rest, oh damn. Oh, it's alright, we'll get more out the wall, won't I, when I replace it, that's fine. And that. So, first thing first, I want to just dress this area out. Very simply, it's not really going to be an area that's seen, and consequently, I'm quite happy just to give it a really basic makeover and see, what we get. So new floor and new walls basically, and we should be fine with that. And once we've done that, we're going to, down here, we're going to use the thermal energy generators from Immersive, using uranium and packed ice, and that will give us a cheap and sustainable power source to run metal presses. That's the only thing this building's going to do, so it doesn't have to be anything fancy here. I have got a few fancy plans for it, but yeah, more about that later. Oh, I miss chisel so much. But there you go. Get a bit of little. I don't really want to have any massive gaps like that, but I'm quite happy to have the odd one where there's two and stuff like that. This is kind of the alternative way to placing a whole load of stone blocks and things. So sometimes in the past I would fill this wall out and then take out the blocks that I want to replace with other blocks, and other times, pardon me, I would, oh no, I am going to take that one out, I think. And then do a little bit of that. I think that works okay for that. I'm going to throw a few of these in around the place. I wonder what time it is. Oh, it's night time. Creeper guard should do the job, but we will sleep the night off just in case, and just continue getting this thrown together quickly. Blip, blip, blip. Just a little bit of variation to make the walls look somewhat worn. I'll stick a little bit of. Now I'm going to stick. I've got the one piece of gravel at the moment. There you go. So we'll throw a bit of gravel in just for a tiny bit of texture. It's not going to give a lot, but I think that will... Oh, typical. Right, let's... we need to set the floor out anyway, so let's do that as well. So armed with that, we've got the walls. I'll just do the floor and I'll be back in a second. Ow. Oh, I'm glad I wasn't recording then. I just face planted straight into one of these fire pillars. Yeah. I fly not so well. So, we have our setup over there. Nothing fancy. I've really kept it as minimalist as possible. And we've got most of the building materials in this bag, but we need now to start looking at our thing. We've got the engineer's manual. So we want power wise, we've got basic power generation. You've got kinetic dynamos, which we know, and obviously all of that. Got the windmills, yeah, fine, not really suitable. And you've got the thermoelectric generator. Now this wee beastie is relatively cheap. Constant and plate, copper coil block, some steel, and you put packed ice and uranium. Gives you the best temperature differential in the pack that we've got. There's nothing else will help, so that is a thing. And a question, first question I have is, will it work with the uranium we have? Because unfortunately, because of the usual fiasco, why do you have said that as immersive engineering we've got uranium? So to get that you need, is there a way to convert uranium ore with a hammer, or we can grind any uranium with a crush? Oh god, we're into kind of fun and games here, aren't we? Because I want a block of uranium, which I don't know whether that will work. Oh god. All right. Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? Let's make one. So, thermoelectric. We need to do the copper coil. That's copper that uses wire and treated or any old stick. Wire is a copper plate. Copper plate is done like that. Okay, let's get some. I've got a bit of copper, so I think we can just afford to, and I can afford to make as many of these as I need for the time being. And we're going to use that with a pair of engineer's cutters. Okay. Let me get in there. I'm going to use you with a pair of those. Right. Let's try that again, shall we? We're going to use that. We need to make those. And I'm just going to do all of them because, again, why wouldn't I? And we can take some of our sticks and that, and we can just make a whole pile of those. 64, that should be more than enough. One iron ingot, 3 of those gives us that. We need the Constantan plate. Now that is an interesting one because I've got 4 and we need 6, but because we did the Cids, am I even close to finish? But I'm just curious as to where I am with all of these now. Yeah, they are empty. That's fine. Okay. It's that bad that you sit there. So that is Constantan crop. If I just take a packet of that, or a stack of that I should say, I'm going to assume that it's a pile of 8. That will give me that. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bang. And then we just need some steel. Steel. I know where the steel is. I'm just looking at that going, where's my steel? I know I got some steel. The steel is here, of course. I'm going to use that mapper base one. It should work all the same. We'll soon find out, won't we? And we're going to have that, and we're going to have that, and that will give us our thermoelectric. Right, so uranium, we've got 16. That is not good. There's one block. However, again, we have got the crop seeds going on up there for uranium. Take a stack. Again, we don't need to go mad, so we'll just do that. I'm going to, yeah, and that gives us another pile of it. My issue here, as I say, is this may not actually work with things. So have I got any packed ice? I have, so we'll take a couple of that. And then I'm thinking if I wanted a basic energy cube, we can manage most of that for steel. So again, rather than have them run straight into the machines and drain, it might make sense to have a basic energy cube in there, and then we need 1 and 2. These machines are not not intensive, so we'll just check whether this works. Ice and ice. Let's get the energy cube on top for starters. That should be getting nothing, and the bottom is an input, so that's fine. It works, so that's perfect. We can use that. And I think I'm going to use 3 of these, so we're going to need some more uranium, and well, I'll work out the maths in a moment. I'm just going to grab some blocks to do it with, actually. So I'm going to use that. 1, 2, 3 of those for the hoofers. We'll go with anything green. Yeah, uranium, grass, and well, we could just use some packed ice for packed ice, can't we? Because we can pick it up. So you can use these obviously in patterns. So we can sit there and we can say, for example, actually no, let's not do it that way. Let's use uranium here and here, because the packed ice is cheap, the uranium isn't. So if we then were to place a third one there with packed ice like that, maybe we actually should do 4. Because we can then go with uranium there and there with packed ice, and then you can put one more down there, and that will give you 4 generators all generating stuff, which means I only need 3 uranium blocks. Yeah, go with that. Right. Plans. So next things, build me 3 more of those, another one of those, and we'll take a stack of packed ice with us because that's all we need. Let me get that done. I'll be back in a second. Alright, I've pulled together everything I need for the power system. That's here. I've also got a few bits and pieces I want to use for the management system, which are here, including some basic logistical transporters. Now what we need is pressers, and I need 3 of them, I believe. Let me go and check, because I think from a point of view of using this, I'm going to need to make an engineer's blueprint to create molds. Okay. And steel plates and those to make. We got the plate mold. I'm not worried about the packing molds. I'm not worried about the bullet casing mold. I do want the rod mold, and I do want the wire mold, just to save us having to faff around with this lot. So we need to get right. Let's have a look. We need an engineer's blueprint. Oops, hello. Let me grab a piece of iron. And have we got a hammer? We have. It's not in very good shape. But that's fine. I'll give me one of those. We are going to need to use that to make, doesn't really matter, that's an engineer's blueprint, and we're going to need to use you in engineer's workbench, so that we need that. Okay, we've got nothing. Right, let's have a look. Engineer's workbench. Engineer's workbench. Engineer's workbench requires me to have one of those. That requires me to have treated that. Yeah, we are so far out of starting on this, we haven't even got close to it. Let me go and grab myself a little creosote. And we'll get some treated wood going, and that should take us a little bit further. So, Nope, don't have a bucket. Let me just go into my tools. Nope. I really do need to decide to consolidate exactly what I'm going to do and where I'm going to do it, because I'm kind of getting a little bit confused with the items that we have. Now, if I use you and it's just with any planks, we get that, and those are made in the usual way. Okay, let me go and grab a stack of those, and I don't think we need a lot right now. We can do that, and I'll just turn these round into that, and we shall think, again, this is something that we will probably automate using an assembler at some point, but we need another shed for that. So yeah, almost there. Get these all done, and that should do us for that. Right, let me just put that back in there for a sec. So what we were doing, engineer's workbench, weren't we? And that requires one of those, that requires some of that, so we're going to do those and treated sticks, and that will give me almost everything. I'm going to need one of them. Anyone will do. That will do there. So I think that was just that, wasn't it? No, it wasn't that simple. There was more to it. It was further up. Boop, 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 boop. One of them, and then we're going to need treated wood fence, which is going to be that and that. This is the thought I love when the microcrafting that you get this kind of microcrafting anyway. That you just have to go through the hoops to get yourself anywhere. Now this will get a proper home, but for now it's going to go there. It's going to get that. Nope, not going to get that. It's going to get that in there, and we are going to go with. We need 3, 6, 9 steel plates. Steel. 1, 2, 3. That will do me, and hopefully this hammer will last. Well, I'm going to make another hammer as well, because that one is almost completely worn out, and we are going to need a hammer for. That's not a hammer, that's a hamburger. That's wishful thinking there. Back on my diet, trying to, because all that good work I did, all that a couple of years ago now, with combined with lockdown and everything, has just completely gone out the window. So yeah, one of them things. But the nice thing is, there's no such thing as failure. There's just such a thing as having to try again, and this is what this is. So there we go. Right, got those, so they're ready. The last thing we need is to get the items necessary to make the metal press, and that's going to require 2 steel scaffolding, a redstone engineering block, and some conveyor belts and a heavy engineering block. Okay, I don't recall it requiring heavy. No, redstone engineering block requires. Okay, we need those, and then we're going to need to do those. That'll give me 4. I only need 1, 2, 3 of those. We're going to need 3 pistons. 1, 2, 3. We are going to need some scaffolding of steel variety. Now that makes this one fun, so then we're going to need to get into those. So we're going to take those and make. I need more steel. It's all right, I've got plenty. Those 6. So what do we need? Well, that's actually enough. That's all the steel we need, but we may need a little bit more. Let me do another set. It can't hurt. And then finally, I think we need the heavy engineering block, which requires the. Oh, here we go. This is where it gets expensive again. So hammer, and we're going to need to make. We get 4, so that's actually not too bad. We need an electromagnet. We'll sort that. We're going to need 8. To make. We're going to need 4 to make those. So let's do those first off. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can use those to make that. Oops, that bit. And then we're going to need these, so we need 4 per, which is 16. So I need another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. I don't think this hammer's going to survive, but no, it's not. But it doesn't matter. The hammers will survive considerably longer when we get to the point of having those. So that's 4 of those, and now we need an electrum ingot. I don't think I've got any electrum. Let me have a look. I have. Okay. Prove me a liar then. Bip, 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 bip. And bip, 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 bip. And that. And I only need 3 of those to go with that. So what's left? 2 steel scaffolding per, so that's 6. 3 of those, 3 of those, 3 of those. Yep. And then we need the conveyor belts, don't we? Which is 2 per. And we've got plenty of those. Now the question. I've got hoppers, so I'm not too worried. These require some iron trapdoors, so I'm going to take 1, 2, 3 of those. And we probably would like to do maybe some crates. What do I like the look? What looks good? What about? Oh, well, wow, interesting. That came out the blue. Okay, steel nugget. Do a couple. I just think these will probably look the part if we. So that's 9 of those, and we're going to want 1. Oh, I'm going to need some more, aren't I? 2. Let me just check these. What are they? Again, absolutely. Oh, I like the gridded layout of it. That's interesting. So just one more, 2 more, perhaps. And think that should give us everything we need. Pardon me again. Should we need them, we've got iron trapdoors, we've got the thing, we've got the book. We don't need that. Yeah, I think we can pick that up. I'll put this away and I'll see you back over the industrial area. Alright, so my thoughts were originally to run 3 machines this way. First things first, we need to go and get our power going, because that can be charging up the energy cube for starters. And we'll also grab a few of those, because I'd like to get this lit more, less torchy. Torches are a bit of a bane in some respects, because they're kind of ubiquitous. They end up everywhere. Right, so if we were to go in, let's go over to about, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, about here, maybe 1, and because then you get those 4 items become the generators, and the 3 in the middle are uranium, so that gives you 2 on that, 2 there, 2 on all sides, and then those go down like that. And it does give us room, should we wish to put another batch in, so potentially useful. Now I'm very tempted at this stage to go here with that. We'll make the input the sides and the output the top, which will be up there. Actually no, I'd like the input not to be the bottom, because there's that light in the, oops, hang on. Maybe like that, and then we'll come from there and we shall go yeah, I'm very tempted to do this, I think. 4 of those should be filling that up relatively fast. It is gaining 168 RF per tick, or FE per tick as it insists on calling it. That actually needs to change, I think, because what I would like to do, we don't need to come down here very often, but 1, 2, 3, there. When we do, potentially, I may not have that on me, so I would prefer, let's have a look at what ladder options we have. Iron, God, it's iron. No, I don't want to. Have I got any iron on me? I haven't even got iron on me. Damn you. Steel wall ladder, steel rods, and a steel ingot. There you go. Steel rods. And a steel ingot. And it at least gives me a decent quantity, so that's a bonus. Boop, right. Perfect. Turn that off, because I don't need to worry about that. I really do need to silence that cat. I love cats, but in Minecraft they can be quite the annoying little so-and-sos. Right, then we need to get power up, and I'm going to think, if I am thinking along these lines, going 1, let's go here, 1 and 2 to reload. Let's go there, give me a little bit of wiggle room around them, and then there, and then there, like so. Then I think it's the redstone control blocks there. I got a sneaking suspicion that the requirement or the orientation of the pistons has become less important. But just because we can, we'll try and do them properly anyway. And then we take a little bit of you and go there and there, and I need to turn that glove off, otherwise it's going to make me go scranny. And there and there. And put those away for a moment, grab our hammer, and we should be okay. Oh. Huh. But it is an early beta, by the way, so don't be surprised if we get visual glitches. I mean, there's nothing there, but yeah, the textures appear to be a bit balked. It doesn't matter, because what we're going to do now is we're then going to take these and if I take one from there, one from there, one from there, bring them all back like this. Now this is where we can't. Oh, damn you! That's where this siding is dangerous. A fast pick and you've got holes in your walls. And we also do need to take that off. Not seeing. Oh, yes we are. Okay, doesn't matter. We'll put one there, and I'll stick another one on the other side just for symmetry. It's not necessary, but that will go down. Maybe we didn't need to worry about that. Let's see whether we can redo this angle a little bit. I'm actually very tempted to just break these in a moment as well, because, you know, I've had a second thought. If I'm doing things the way I'm doing them, we can change up the way we are going to run this. Yeah, let me break these and rejiggify them. But what we're going to do is we're going to change the direction of travel. It's a shame about the visual glitch, it really is. But I'm sure that'll get fixed. And hammer time. Hammer, hammer, and hammer. Yeah, because now the visual glitch is on this side. Oh well, we'll live. Shh. Noisy. We need to break those because that's actually broken the joins. And why that worked before? Why is that not working now? That did work before, didn't it? I'm not losing my mind here. That is weird. Let me just check this out. I'll be back in a second. Alright, there is... they're back this way. They connect this way. They don't want to connect the other way. I may have to see about checking whether there's an update to immersive engineering for 1.15. The issue might be that the I think it's Blue, isn't it? Oh, does immersive off the top of my head. May have stopped supporting 1.15, in which case this might be the best we get until we move to 1.16. That's the danger of playing with mods, isn't it? Anyway, we are going to try. First things first, I would like to let me just grab a piece of conveyor belt, and we are going to just try. No. Well, we'll put down a block then. It doesn't really matter. And we're going to try and place that like that. And what I want to do is I want to see if I can connect this basic logistical pipe. It does connect up to it. Excellent. Which means, in theory, if I were to, I don't know, get one of these spruce crates, for example, which it also connects up to, and get my configurator tool, which we will need. I actually don't need the saw anymore, so we'll kind of do a swap for that. And no, that is a pull. If I were to stick and there, and obviously it doesn't go in because there's no recipe for it. Perfect. So that will work. I might want to try and cover it. I wonder whether I can chop. I might want the saw back actually. It doesn't usually work very well with transparent blocks, but let's give it a try because you never know your luck. Just play in. Okay, interesting. So what I want to do here is I want to go through the floor on all three. And I would like to place a basic logistical pipe here and here with a conveyor belt there and there. And then we can come around this and probably give it a little bit of a... that's not going to work there though, is it? I suppose we could always hide it like that if I were to temporarily place a block in there. Bang. I may actually go and do that down the side just to just kind of hide some of this and maybe stick a bit more scaffolding in here down the middle, because this glitch is annoying and I would rather it wasn't there. Now we should have over here the 3 of those. We'll take 1, 2, 3 and those, and we are going to well, we might as well just pop these holes here, grab those and go box. You could probably pull straight from these from the conveyor belts, but this gives us a buffer, and it also again gives us a bit of a facelift for the visual glitch, because you know you're seeing it's all getting hidden steadily. Right, what we need to do then is over here I would like to take 1, 2, 3 and we're going to place them 1, 2 and 3. They're going to have glass item frames above them, and that cat, right. So if we say this first one here is going to be our metal press, and I take the only thing I've got with me, which is an steel ingot for now, and we'll just give that a little chuck onto there, and bang, there we go. And we have that would have gone in there, but now that's for plates. So anything I want to make plates of, go in there. And then we'll take iron rods, and we'll do the wire on the end. A couple more of those, and we'll just chuck those through. They should go straight into these crates. So that'll be rods, and that will be wire. So yeah, Just shulker boxes, nothing fancy, doing its thing. Quick sleep. Okay, maybe not sleep yet. And then the other thing we are going to need is the red shulker. And it doesn't have to be shulker, I've just done shulkers because, you know, because I can. And we'll pop that. No, that's not going to work. Let's just quickly run down. And we'll get you. We'll get you in where I want you. And that can be there, that's fine. So we're going to take these, and these are going to be outputs from here, and then we're going to bring you across like a so, and all the way up to there, and then we're going to tune each of these to be did not wish you to be right. Let's get that changed back to no colour. And how do I right at the no. Oh, this is annoying. I need to be, I went straight past it and want it to be on none. Pull, there we go. That's where we need to be. It's a little bit fiddly. That will come down. Oh, it's just gone back into there because that still hasn't been configured yet. We'll get there eventually. They will both come down. The only place they can go is into here, and that's our results box. Right, now we've got the other thing, and this is... Nope. Ooh, yeah, that's a good point. Okay, I might need to take this wall back a little bit. Not quite that far. So the other thing then is each of these shulkers here will be brought over and up into their corresponding press. So I'm going to do a very quick rejig, and I'll be back. Alright, so I've got this in. Now, I had a little play, and I think I know how this thing works now. It's a long time since I played with the mechanism, and if I were to set that to blue, and then come over to this one here, and set it to blue, and then if we come over to the next one, and set that to green, and then similarly on that one cyan, doesn't really matter which colour, and then I come over to here and I set you to green and set you to cyan, then set that to pull, and that one, damn you, let me just set you back to green, and there, and then again there, and finally there and there. No. We can then take this lot and quite happily just run a bead of tubes across here and all the way down here, which is a damn sight tidier than running 3 separate networks. And then if I were to just go and say I wanted some, let's go steel rods, and I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steel rods, and say, in fact, let's do 10 steel rods and 5 of plates, or whichever. 10 and 5, that will run down here. If I quickly go down, as you see, they're going out, but these packets are in little individual colour-coded baggies or boxes. So they just go to where their destination is, and obviously this system will start pressing all of the things that we want, and they'll all end up in here. Which I think is quite a nice way to do things. Obviously, as with all of these things, we have to be cautious. Now, if I were to pipe straight onto there, it may not get this kind of thing, but we just have to be cautious that we don't leave the area so they can despawn and don't overdo them. But I think if we take the steel rods and we take some steel and get that going, we can definitely grab. Let me just get rid of that one actually. And we'll do 6 and another batch. There we go. So my thoughts here is we'll hide that all the way down and use the saw to hide as much of the other side as possible. I want to move you. I've got no idea which one it is. Oh dear, and night time again. And that was the correct one. Excellent. So we'll drop you and you and you. You can go back. All of that can go in. That can go in. That lot can go in. That and that will want to be put away in the tool bag in a moment, once we've established that we're good. Oh, hello. Interesting. Okay, just do it like that. Do I think we need it on the end? I mean, it might. It would make the place look a little more complete, wouldn't it? And regarding the glass in here, I've obviously I'm recording before you've seen, because that's my usual style, isn't it? Before you've seen the episode, because I'm ahead of myself. In fact, in terms of timing, just for reference, oh, damn you. In terms of timing, just to give you an idea, when I'm recording this, the UK has just gone back into lockdown. Oh joy. It's not a major grief for me because, oh hello, am I going dead? Because I do have to actually go into the office to work anyway, so there is no hiding from that. But oh hello. Okay, so if I need that, I'll tell you what we'll do is, I think the easiest way to do this is probably going to be by taking away the issue. Everything should be lit, everything should be working, and whilst this is probably not the most ambitious build we've ever tried, it does mean that we can now start to think using packets from the relevant system. We can pick these up and obviously run with them. So that is the shed. We've managed to work around the limitations of the immersive glitches and stuff, and I think that is probably it for this episode. Next episode, I think we're going to start thinking about something to go on the top and how we decorate this area. And I would like to get, I wish that I'd like to get into some, we've got rocky dirt, so we can make that from decorative blocks. We've obviously got coarse dirt, we've got various things of that. I'm going to hope there is maybe some... hotkeys. There is mud from biomes of plenty, so we should in theory be able to make that. And mud, the nether, I'm not sure what we got in the nether actually, but there is netherworld blocks. We've got a good selection of blocks to play with. Soul sand as usual. A quark will almost certainly have some blocks we can use. Soul sandstone sounds interesting. There's almost certainly a whole bunch of things we can use to make this place look a little bit more run down and industrialized and, for want of a better word, poisoned. Yeah, so lots of things to play with, lots of things to go forward. Quark backpack, that's a new one, I've not seen that before. And that's our starting point. I can't remember, did I take a screenshot? I did. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll see where we go from here. Bye for now.